Sometimes we feel like we want to connect more to our Judaism, more to our heritage, or at least we want to connect more to our Judaism and heritage, but we feel like we can't. I'm too old. My life hasn't been consistent with this. My family's not on board. It's not the real me. I'm too busy. I have too much going on. But once a year on Yom Kippur, we have time to think about what our true values are. But that could be intimidating. Gonna start changing my whole life based on one inspirational day throughout the year. That's like, isn't that a little overboard? Isn't that a little overkill? The truth is, if we have a successful Yom Kippur, a meaningful Yom Kippur, an inspired Yom Kippur, we'll come out realizing what our true priorities are. We're not going to become a changed, indoctrinated person, not thinking, now I'm just gonna. No, we're going to actually realize what we've valued all along, but we're going to feel like a new person. We're going to feel fresh. We're going to feel great. And maybe that one thing we decide to do, that one thing we decide to take on, whether it be maybe praying more often, maybe coming to synagogue a little bit more often or more frequently, maybe lighting the Shabbos candles, putting on tefillin, giving more charity, studying more Torah, whatever it may be, we're going to feel like that feels good. That feels like the real me. I feel comfortable doing that. That's like a part of who I am. We're going to feel fresh. We're going to feel new. On Yom Kippur, there was the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, and he was representing the entire Jewish nation in this deep, intimate reconnection with God, teshuvah. And he would go, normally the Kohen Gadol, these high priests, would wear all these various beautiful, elaborate garments, 4 various garments. But on Yom Kippur, he wore plain white garments because the relationship is raw, the relationship is plain, the relationship is simple. These were special garments reserved for Yom Kippur, for the Yom Kippur service. He would go into the Holy of Holies, and it's just him and God, representing the entire Jewish people. He'd come out, he'd remove those garments, and normally you take off your uniform, you put it away for later. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't be able to put that uniform back on. He wouldn't save that uniform. That uniform would not be able to be used for the next Yom Kippur. He would have to get a new uniform, new garments. And the reason why is, commentaries explain, is because he's a new person. Yom Kippur happened. He now has a fresh perspective on life, a fresh perspective on what his values are. You got to leave everything else behind, put that all behind, get new clothing, get new perspective, because it's going to be a new us, an educated us, a fresh us. Shana Tova, friends, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.